Hello everyone, so let's discuss about control of corrosion. How to control corrosion. Now by the way, corrosion is a natural spontaneous process that we all know, but we can control by various methods. So here cathode protection method. Cathodic protection method means the metal used for control of corrosion of metallic structures immersed in soil or any conducting solution. Means the metal which you have to be protect or metal to be protected, you have to bury in a soil. That's the method. Principle is the method to be protected, you have to is forced to behave like a cathode. So metal to be protected is forced to behave as cathode, and we all know that cathode does not undergo corrosion. So when metal acts as cathode, it does not undergo corrosion, so it escapes from corrosion. This is the principle. And there are two types of cathodic protection method. One is sacrificial anode protection method. Second one is immersed current cathodic protection method. So in sacrificial anodic protection method, take a metal, bury it in the soil. Now to make that metal act as a cathode, with the help of a copper wire, connect this metal with an anode, highly active metal. Connect this metal to a highly active metal. Highly active metal means which can oxidize more easily, so that it will act as anode. So this anodic power of this metal should be more than this metal, so that this metal will act as anode, and indirectly if one metal act as anode, this other metal, it must act as cathode, so that it does not undergo corrosion, and this will undergo corrosion. For example, if a person is bad, but if you compare it with the worst man, this worst man is worse than this bad. So punishment will go to the worst man. That's why this worst man means anode, highly active metal than this metal, will undergo corrosion instead of this metal. So this metal is protected from corrosion. So once again, take a metal, bury it in the soil, connect this metal with highly active metal which is anode such as magnesium. Now this anodic part will undergo corrosion instead of this metal. So this metal is protected, and as it will undergo corrosion, you have to replace this metal time to time, because this metal will undergo corrosion. So this will be sacrificed and get corroded. So this is sacrificial anode protection method. Second method is immersed current cathodic protection method. Impressed current cathodic protection method means take a metal, bury it in a soil, connect negative terminal of the DC source to the metal, and connect positive terminal of the DC source to a graphite. That's it. Now we all know that the metal which is buried, it is forced to act as cathode. Then you have to connect it to the negative terminal of the DC source, and positive terminal of the DC source you have to connect it with graphite which is anode, so that this will undergo corrosion instead of this. Because positive to negative, now electrons will flow in this direction. So any metal you place here, electrons will move from plus to minus, electric field. So this will be the electron flow. So indirectly this should supply electrons, and this should take electrons, means this will act as cathode automatically. Then corrosion is prevented, and the applications of both impressed current and sacrificial anode method applications are, they are used to protect buried pipes, water pipes, marine structures, ship hulls, boiler tanks or water boilers, etc. These are applications of both impressed current and sacrificial anode cathodic sacrificial anode cathodic protection. So these two are the applications. That's it. Thank you. Bye bye.